Action. Hi, good morning. My name is JR and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to bath the baby, dress the baby, and wrap the baby. First and foremost, the first thing that you have to do is to make sure that your hands are clean to avoid spreading of the microorganisms and infection. And then before gathering all the materials that you need, you have to check the contraindication of bathing, which is hypothermia. So hypothermia is low body temperature, so we have to check the temperature of the baby. So we have to go to the baby's unit or baby's crib to check the temperature. And we have to bring the temperature and then the cotton balls soaked in alcohol. Okay? Once we get to the baby's unit, we have to check the identification of baby by checking the head part, side part, or foot part of the baby. After checking the identification, we can now start getting the temperature of the baby using the thermometer. But before using the thermometer, we have to clean it first. So, using the cotton ball soaked in alcohol. So we're gonna clean it from the tip of the thermometer, move it in one rotary motion until you reach the handle, and then discard in the trash bin nearby. Once after cleaning the thermometer, we can now get the temperature of the baby, and then we can put it under the axilla of the baby. We have to make sure that it won't touch the clothes of the baby for us to be able to get the accurate temperature of the baby. Okay? And then once it beeps, we can now check the temperature of the baby. The temperature of the baby should not be lower than 36.7 degrees centigrade. Assuming that the baby is in a good condition, so we can proceed in bathing the baby. After getting, we have to clean the thermometer using the cotton ball soaked in alcohol from the tip. Move it in one rotary motion until reach the handle. Discard in the trash bin nearby. And then put it back to the receptacle. And then make sure to put the things back to its proper place. Okay? So after getting the temperature, we can now go back to our working unit and then gather all the materials that we need, including the two large towels, the first large towel and then the second large towel, 6 clean cloth, liquid soap, shampoo, bath thermometer, empty receptacle, cotton balls, distilled water, 2 small basins, large basin including the back support, diaper cloth, mittens, booties, diaper clip, bonnet, bib. By the way, the bib is an indication that the baby is about to be fed. And then the double-breasted shirt, pajama, and then the blanket of the baby. Okay? So after gathering the materials, we can now unfold our linens. So we're going to be unfolding the first towel. So do not shake or shake the towel to avoid spreading of the microorganisms and infection. So unfold the first one. Also the second one. Again, do not jerk or shake to avoid spreading of the microorganisms. Okay. And then after unfolding the second towel, we also have to unfold the blanket of the baby. Again, do not jerk or shake to avoid spreading of the microorganisms and infection. Okay. So after unfolding our linens, we can now put water in our basins. So put water in the large basin, and then we also have to put water in our small basins. After putting in water, we have to check the temperature of the water. So it should be, the correct temperature of the water should be 38 to 40.5 degrees centigrade. So we're going to use the bath thermometer. If the bath thermometer is not available, we can use our elbow, since our elbow is the most sensitive part of our body. So check the temperature of the water. Check the temperature. Also check the temperature of the water on the second small basin. After checking the temperature, we can now get the baby from the crib. Okay. So once we get to the baby's unit, get the baby by gently slide our hand underneath the baby, support the head in the back of the baby, put the baby near us, and then carry the baby, and then bring the baby to the working unit. And then put the baby on the first large towel. Okay. And then cover the head of the baby and also the body to avoid chilling. Before you start the procedure, you have to make sure that the no electric fan is running, AC is off, windows and doors are closed, and then there should be well lighted. The room should be well lighted, right? Before you start the procedure. And then after making sure that everything is closed, you may now start in bathing the baby. Okay? So we're gonna start in cleaning the head part of the baby first. So we're gonna start cleaning the mouth of the baby. So in cleaning the mouth, we're gonna be using a clean cloth and of course our index finger. So we're gonna place our index finger onto the clean cloth. Okay? And then we're gonna clean the mouth of the baby. Support the hair in the mouth and then clean the palate, the tongue, in the mouth of the baby. Support the hair in the mouth and then clean the palate, the tongue, the gums, and the teeth of the baby. Okay? If you wanna repeat the same procedure, you just have to move your index finger onto the other part of the clean cloth. And then again, clean the mouth, the gums, the palate, and the teeth of the baby. After cleaning the mouth, discard this in the laundry hamper nearby. So after cleaning the mouth, we can now clean the eyes of the baby. In cleaning the eyes of the baby, we're gonna make a mitt on our hand. Okay, wrap the clean cloth around it, and then make sure that there's no loose ends. By the way, you have to dip into the water, squeeze the excess before you start cleaning the mouth, a while back, and also the eyes of the baby. So in cleaning the eyes of the baby, we have to clean it from the inner to outer canthus in one stroke only. Okay, and then we can use the other side of the clean cloth in cleaning the other eye of the baby from inner to outer canthus only. Okay, so after cleaning the eyes, we can now discard this in the laundry hamper nearby. And then we're gonna proceed in cleaning the nose of the baby. In cleaning the nose, we're gonna use a cotton ball. We have to dip into the water, squeeze the excess, and then make a whisk, and then clean for the baby's nostrils. Let's start with the first nostril or right nostril of the baby. Move it in circular motion, and then after cleaning, discard this in the trash bin nearby. Or you can discard this here in the empty receptacle. Then get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess, make a whisk, and then clean the other nostril of the baby. Move it in circular motion, and then discard in the empty receptacle. So after cleaning the nose, we can now clean the face of the baby. In cleaning the face, we're gonna use another clean cloth. We're gonna make a mitt on our hand again, wrap the clean cloth around it, and then top. Make sure that there's no loose ends. Dip into the water, squeeze the excess, and then we're gonna start cleaning the face of the baby. In cleaning the face, we have three patterns. The C pattern, S pattern, and Z pattern. So for C pattern, from forehead, down to the cheek, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear to the ear, and then do the same procedure on the other side. From forehead, down to the cheek, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear to the ear. Okay, and then S pattern, from forehead, down to the cheek, to the nose bridge, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear to the ear. Do the same procedure on the other side, from forehead, down to the cheek, to the nose bridge, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear to the ear. And then Z pattern, from forehead, down to the cheek, to the upper lip, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear to the ear. Do the same procedure on the other side, from forehead, down to the cheek, to the upper lip, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear to the ear. Okay? And that's for cleaning the face of the baby. After cleaning the face, we can discard this in the laundry hamper nearby. Make sure that the baby's head is still covered, okay, to avoid chilling. So after cleaning the face, we can now proceed in cleaning the head of the baby. So in cleaning the head, we're going to position the baby in a football hold position. So the body or lower extremities of the baby should be higher than the head of the baby. So we're going to get the baby. Okay, support the head in the back of the baby. Put the baby near us, and then to avoid water getting into the ears of the baby, we're gonna use our thumb and then our little finger together with 2 pieces of cotton balls to cover the ears of the baby. And then again, make sure that the baby's extremities are higher than the head of the baby. And then we can start cleaning the head of the baby using the water in the first basin. So, wet the baby's head. Get a little amount of shampoo. Okay, lather on the head of the baby. Gently massage the head of the baby to make sure that the head of the baby is going to be clean. Okay, so after cleaning the head of the baby, we can now rinse the head of the baby using the water in the second basin. So we're going to rinse it. Make sure that all sauce is removed. Okay, so after rinsing, we have to put the baby back to the first large towel. And then throw the 2 pieces of cotton balls in the trash bin nearby. So again, cover the body of the baby and then pat dry the hair of the baby. Either you use this towel or get another clean cloth to pat dry the baby's head. Okay. So after patting dry the baby's head, cover the baby's head again to avoid chilling, and then put this in the laundry hamper nearby. So after cleaning the head, we're now going to proceed in cleaning the body. But before cleaning the body, we have to check first if the baby has fecal matter. So we're going to remove or check the diaper of the baby. Assuming that there is fecal matter, so we have to clean it first before we wash the body of the baby. So in cleaning the, removing the fecal matter, we're going to be using either wipes or cotton balls. So we're going to dip into the water, squeeze the excess, and then we're going to clean the genitalia, okay, and then the fecal matter of the baby. So we're going to move from front to back, and then after cleaning, put it in the diaper. Okay. If there is still fecal matter, get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess, and then clean from front to back. Okay? And then, wrap it again in the diaper, okay, to avoid contamination. Okay? So, if there's no fecal matter anymore, we can remove the diaper and then wrap it tightly to avoid spreading of the microorganisms and infection. Make sure you closed it. Okay? And then discard this in the laundry trash bin nearby. So after removing the diaper, we can now clean the body of the baby. Okay, so we have to remove first the double-breasted shirt of the baby. So remove the double-breasted, support the hair in the back, and then get it underneath the baby. Then do not jerk or shake the double-breasted shirt to avoid spreading the microorganism infection, and then put it in the laundry hamper nearby. Before cleaning the body of the baby, you have to check if there are lesions or rashes first on the skin of the baby, and if there are, make sure that you don't put soap on it to avoid further irritation. Okay? And now we're gonna start cleaning the body of the baby using the water in the first basin. So wet the baby's body. And then we're gonna get soap, little amount of soap, lather on the neck of the baby, chest, and the abdomen. Also, lather on the arm, forearm, hand, and the armpit. Arm, forearm, hand, and the armpit. Also, lather on the baby's thigh, leg, foot, and the groin. Thigh, leg, foot, and the groin. Okay, so after lathering on the body of the baby, we can now rinse the baby's body. Okay, in rinsing the baby's body, we're gonna put the baby on the large basin with a back support. So even if the large basin has already back support, we still have to support the head and the back of the baby to avoid any incident from happening. Okay. One consideration in bathing the baby: do not leave the baby unattended or alone to avoid incident from happening. Okay, and in this moment, we also have to make sure that the baby is enjoying this moment by singing Gugu Dada. Okay, so rinse the body of the baby make sure that all sauce is removed. Okay? So after rinsing the body, we can now carry the baby and put the baby on the second large towel. So, using the large towel, we have to pat dry the baby. Make sure that you don't put too much pressure on the baby's body to avoid irritation. Okay? So, pat dry the baby's head and also the body. Again, do not put too much pressure. Okay? After patting dry the baby's body, we can now clean the genitalia of the baby. So, in cleaning the genitalia, we're going to be using cotton balls again, distilled water, and then the receptacle. Okay? So, for uncircumcised male baby, get a piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess from urethra down to the corona, to the body and the scrotum, and then discard in the empty receptacle. For circumcised male baby, get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess from urethra down to the corona, to the body and the scrotum, and then discard. Get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess, retract the foreskin, and then clean the area underneath the corona, and then discard. That's for male baby. For female baby, get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess from mons pubis down to the right labia majora, discard. Get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess from mons pubis down to the left labia majora, discard. And then get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess from mons pubis down to the clitoris, to the urethra, to the vagina, and then discard. Do not forget to get another piece of cotton ball, dip into the water, squeeze the excess to clean the anus of the baby, and then discard. So after cleaning the genitalia, we can now have the baby wear the diaper cloth. Okay. So before that, we have 4 foldings for diaper cloth. The first one is the oblong strip. Doing the oblong strip, we're gonna fold the diaper cloth, assuming that this is a diaper cloth, and then pan fold, fold for the 3rd time, and then put the buttocks of the baby here, cover the genitalia, and then pin both sides. Okay? That's for oblong strip. For oblong strip twisted, we have to just twist the middle part of the diaper cloth, and then put the buttocks of the baby here, and then cover the genitalia, and then pin both sides. That's oblong strip twisted. And then the third one is simple kite fashion. So in doing the simple kite fashion, we have to fold the diaper cloth, and then on the top part of the diaper cloth, fold it, make a triangular shape, put the buttocks of the baby here, cover the genitalia, and then pin at the front. Okay? And then for the last one is the Chinese or molar kite fashion. In doing the molar kite fashion or Chinese kite fashion, we have to fold the diaper cloth, fold it again for the 2nd time, and then for the 3rd time, and then for the last time. Make sure that you'll see the foldings of the diaper cloth, and then get the 2 sides of the diaper cloth, make a triangular shape, reverse, and then fold the square side 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna put the buttocks of the baby here, cover the genitalia, and then pin at the front. So it's still up to us whatever type of folding we're gonna be using. I'm gonna be using so it's still up to us whatever type of folding we're gonna be using. I'm gonna be using the oblong strip. Fold, pan fold, fold it for the 3rd time, put the buttocks of the baby here, Cover the genitalia. And then pin both sides. Assuming both sides are already pinned. Okay, so after making the baby wear the diaper cloth, we can now proceed in dressing the baby. So in dressing the baby, we have one consideration. Make sure that we don't overdress the baby because overdressing will contribute to the body heat of the baby. Most especially if it's out outside, do not overdress it. Okay, so in making the baby wear the double-breasted shirt, you have to gently slide the head of the baby into the sleeve. And then, support the hair in the back of the baby. Get the parts of the double-breasted shirt. And then, you gently slide the arm of the baby into the sleeve. And then, if there are strings, we have to tie the strings. Okay, we have to tie the strings. Okay. And then we're also gonna have the make the baby wear the pajama. Okay, gently slide the legs of the baby into the sleeves of the pajama. Also the other legs of the baby. Okay. And then make the baby wear the pajama. Alright, after the pajama, we also have to make the baby wear the mittens. And of course, the booties of the baby. And then the bonnet. So these three are to protect the baby from cold weather. The mittens, the booties, and the bonnet. The mittens is to also protect the baby from, or to avoid the baby from scratching the baby's face. Okay. And then the bib, again, is the indication that the baby is about to be fed. Okay. Assuming that this burn. So after dressing the baby, we can now wrap the baby. So support the hair in the back of the baby, put the baby on the blanket. Okay. One consideration in wrapping the baby. Okay, do not make sure that you don't cover the mouth and the nose of the baby to avoid SIDS from happening. SIDS stand for sudden infant death syndrome. So we have to cover first the extremities of the baby. And then cover the sides. Also the other side. And then cover the head of the baby. Again, make sure that you don't cover the mouth and the nose of the baby. So after wrapping the baby, we can now put the baby in the crib. Back to the crib. Okay? So support din naman. Okay. So still support the head in the back. Okay. And then leave the baby comfortable and warm. And then after pouring back the baby, we can now go back to our working unit. Make sure that we clean everything, disinfect everything, and then throw everything. And then, go back to your, make sure that you report everything to your nursing supervisor that you are done in the procedure, and then wash your hands after the procedure. That's it.